Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. What if I told you we could predict where a volcano might erupt years in advance? Sounds wild, right? But scientists are using artificial intelligence to do just that, and they've already got a list of potential hotspots for 2026. Let's break down how this incredible technology works and what it means for our future. So how exactly do you teach a computer to predict one of Earth's most powerful and unpredictable events? It's not as simple as asking Siri, "Hey, which volcano is next?" Scientists are using a type of AI called machine learning. Think of it like this. You're trying to teach a friend a new video game. You wouldn't just give them the controller and say good luck. You'd show them patterns, right? When the boss does this move, you dodge left. When you see this power-up, you grab it. Machine learning works the same way. Researchers feed the AI massive amounts of data about past volcanic eruptions. We're talking everything. Seismic activity, which is the rumbling and shaking of the ground. Gas emissions like sulfur dioxide being released from the volcano's vents. Ground deformation, which is the subtle swelling or sinking of the Earth's surface. They also include data on the volcano's history, its type, and its location. The AI sifts through all this historical data, learning to recognize the subtle, complex patterns that came before an eruption. It's like finding a secret code. For centuries, volcanologists, the scientists who study volcanoes, have been looking for these signs, but the sheer volume of data is overwhelming for the human brain to process all at once. An AI, however, can analyze millions of data points from volcanoes all over the world simultaneously. It learns to connect the dots in ways we might have missed. It can spot a tiny change in gas composition in one place, link it to a specific pattern of ground swelling somewhere else, and say, this process is called training the model. After it's trained on past events, scientists can then give it real-time data from active volcanoes today. The AI then uses what it learned to calculate the probability of a future eruption. It's not a crystal ball. It's not saying Mount Fuji will erupt on June 5, 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Instead, it's a super advanced risk assessment tool. It flags volcanoes that are showing the most concerning combination of precursor signals, essentially creating a watch list of hotspots that need closer monitoring. This gives us a crucial head start. So, what about this 2026 prediction? A team of researchers recently ran their AI model on global volcanic data, and it flagged 7 volcanoes as having the highest potential for eruption in the near future. The list includes some well-known names and some you might not have heard of. For example, you have Campi Flegrei in Italy, which is a massive supervolcano right next to Naples. There's also Mount Aso in Japan, one of the most active volcanoes in the country. The list also points to volcanoes in places like Vanuatu and the Philippines. Now this is super important. This does not mean these 7 volcanoes are guaranteed to erupt in 2026. It's a forecast, not a prophecy. Think of it like a weather forecast that predicts a 90% chance of rain. You'd probably pack an umbrella, right? You wouldn't start building an ark. In the same way, these AI predictions tell scientists and emergency management agencies, hey, you need to pay extra close attention to these specific volcanoes. This allows them to allocate resources more effectively. Instead of trying to monitor thousands of volcanoes with equal intensity, they can focus their high-tech equipment, like advanced seismometers, GPS stations, and gas sensors, on the highest risk locations. This targeted approach is a game changer. It means we can get better, more detailed information from the places that matter most, increasing our chances of issuing timely warnings if an eruption becomes imminent. And those warnings are the ultimate goal. The real power of this technology isn't just knowing something might happen. It's about saving lives. A volcanic eruption can be devastating. You have lava flows, ash clouds that can disrupt air travel and affect breathing, and pyroclastic flows, which are superheated avalanches of gas and rock that travel at hundreds of miles per hour. They are impossible to outrun. But with enough warning, communities can be evacuated. People can be moved to safety before the eruption even begins. Think about the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens in the United States. Scientists saw the warning signs and were able to get most people out of the danger zone. While it was still a tragic event, the death toll would have been thousands higher without that warning. Now, imagine having that kind of foresight not just weeks or days in advance, but potentially years. This AI-driven approach could allow governments to not only plan evacuations, but also to improve infrastructure, create better emergency response plans, and educate the public long before a crisis hits. It's about moving from a reactive state, dealing with a disaster after it happens, to a proactive one, where we can mitigate the risks well in advance. This is a monumental shift in how we approach natural disaster management. Of course, the technology isn't perfect. Like any AI, the predictions are only as good as the data they're trained on. For many volcanoes, especially in remote parts of the world, we have limited historical data. If a volcano hasn't erupted in recorded history, the AI has less to learn from. That's why continued global monitoring and data sharing between countries is absolutely critical. The more data we collect, the smarter and more accurate these AI models will become over time. Another challenge is avoiding public panic. Releasing a list of high-risk volcanoes can be scary. It's crucial for scientists and the media to communicate this information responsibly. It's not about doom and gloom. It's about preparedness and empowerment. It's about giving people the knowledge and the tools to stay safe. It's a message of, we're watching this, we're on it, and here's what you need to know. So, as we look towards 2026 and beyond, this fusion of geology and artificial intelligence is poised to become one of our most powerful tools for planetary safety. It's an incredible example of how we can use technology to understand our world better and protect ourselves from its most powerful forces. It's not about predicting the future with absolute certainty, but about making the future safer through knowledge and preparation. What do you guys think? Is this the future of disaster prediction? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you found this topic as fascinating as I did, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science and tech that is shaping our world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.